What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that's off-season scouting. Off-season scouting can play a huge role in your success this upcoming fall, this upcoming archery season. So let's get into a couple key factors and let's get into it. All right, what's going on, everybody? So we're out. It's about a week and a half or 2 weeks after the PA late season archery and muzzleloader, and we're out scouting right now. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about off-season scouting, a couple key points, and we're going to get after it. When you're out off-season scouting, focus in on those main points: food, bedding, and cover, and a lot of trails and tracks leading out. So
we're trying to this year not get so, I guess, lack of a better term, lazy in finding and walking. I guess that's my goal for 2021, is to walk and scout more than I hunt.
You got to do your scouting and putting boots on the ground, figuring out these areas, especially when you hunt public land like we do. You know, you put miles on. What we're doing in here is we're trying to look for beds and look where they transition out of, and then do a little e-scouting, get on your phone, get on your computer, and kind of figure out where they transition to, maybe the food or whatever at night. But that's basically what we're doing. So we walked up from this thick stuff, and here's a bed. That's definitely a buck bed. Got cover around him with this log.
All by himself.
And it
like a grouped up bunch of does. It's probably a buck bed by himself. There's definitely, you can see that these are tracks.
Tracks coming in.
Bed. And from his vantage point, you can see his back is this way, up against this, probably a week or so old. But he could face.
Well, he's looking.
Those green briars.
Yeah.
And his wind is from the trail. He's got you busted. His entire back, and he can scan probably like a day, midday bed. Transitioning, like Curt said, to a thicker bedding as the day progresses. And that's half the trees worn down.
So we found a buck bed here. It looks like there's two. There's a rub right there behind me. But I think this was a case of when the buck bedded down, the wind switched or something. And it looks like there's like two beds here. He just switched his position with the wind. Definitely a buck bed though, but sometimes when you find like a couple beds beside each other, and a lot of them are small, and like one's big, usually it's a doe with fawns or a couple doe. But usually when you find a single bed and it's got its back to something like a log or a bush or something, usually that's a buck bed. Not many people know that deer hit scrapes all year round, so just found a scrape here with fresh droppings in it. And it looks like they're still hitting it, and it's the end of January here, and pretty good trail. So that's another thing that I look for, is a scrape like that, like a community scrape, is hit all year round. So that's a good spot to scout for the season, put a camera on, or maybe even hunt over. Always keep that in the back of your mind too.